Hello again. Right, from the last time, it's going to be a very short video. This is neck prep basically. The neck is levelled in the correct 7.25 inch. It's a bit of a tight camber, but that's what it is. So this here, I've done one fret. Let me just get in a bit closer. Press the T button. T for two, two for T. There we go. Put one fret in. I put it in with a little white glue. There's people use no glue at all. People use CA glue. People use high glue. What have you? Fish glue. Generally speaking, I prefer the fret to be tight, but not so tight that it bows the neck out. Where are we? There. If the frets are too tight in the slots, it can actually put a curve on the neck, a back bow, which you won't be able to get rid of. So I've just done one as an experiment, and so far so good. It's in there nice and secure, it's nice and level. I don't have a fret press. I've never found the need for one. You can just hit with this. This is rubber at one end and some form of resin at the other. So what I'm going to do now, and very briefly, I'm not going to be lolloping around here, a little triangular file. Where are we? There it is. See if that'll focus on it. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Focus, focus. Blah, 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 blah. Now, little tiny triangular file. What I'm going to do with this is just put it in the slot and very gently just take the corners off. This is a very fine file, and it doesn't take much off. You don't need a lot. This fret wire I've got from Tone Tech has got a very sharp 90-degree angle between the tang and the fret itself. It's not rounded, but you don't know, do you? So just very gently do this, and let me get it where the camera can see it. That would help, wouldn't it? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a little bit of pull out where the old fret, as I said, the frets were a real bugger to get out. I wish I filmed it now. They were, I tried everything, you know, the warming them up with a soldering iron and warming them up with a flat iron, and cursing at them in Welsh, English and German. I'm fluent in cursing in those 3 languages, and nothing really seemed to work. So it was just BF and I in the end, and I was terrified that I was going to tear out a lot of this maple. But this piece of wood is of such good quality that it didn't tear out. Where are we? There we go. Get it in the shot. I really can't speak highly enough of this Japanese fenders. This is the first one I've ever worked on or come across. I've done loads of Mexicans. There's nothing wrong with those, they're fine. It's hard, you know, hard push to tell the difference these days if you don't see the sticker. There's a mild difference when you plug them in. Pickups do make a difference to solid electrics. So does spring. Spring has sprung, the grass is riz. And string gauge makes a bit of a tonal difference. Pickups, yes. I don't see the need to spend hundreds of pounds on a coil of wire and a couple of magnets, and that's the honest truth. I don't care who makes them, whether they're hand wound in a factory somewhere. load of guff talked about pickups. I know people jump up and down and say, "Oh, I use bare knuckle pickups; they're the best in the world." And they say, but they're cheaper than. Where do we get to here? Bare knuckles are cheaper than what's the DiMaggio or Seymour Duncan or whatever. Bless him, Seymour's probably sitting in his bloody mansion in the Bahamas somewhere. The Chinese or some Asian place is cutting his winding his pickups for him. The law is funny. You should protect it, aren't you? Because it's got to say made in England or made in the USA, and it must be. But no, what it is, when you say all that, is if it's wrapped and packaged, in the country, you could say it's made there. How are we doing now? Yeah, we're getting there. Which is kind of deceitful, and that's quite legal. You can do that. You can do that in America. You can do that in USA, should I say? America is an enormous continent. You can do that in Britain. You can have your pickups wound. Maybe you assemble them. And you say to yourself, well, it'll say assembled. Well, you see, there's a very thin line, isn't there, between assembled and made. And you really do need to have the thinking hat on when you're looking at the difference. So for the likes of me that like to whine and complain about the con job that are expensive pickups, we're going to do this one twice. So let's do this one. Personally, I like Wilkinson pickups. If you're going to go for an aftermarket pickup, Wilkies are... this one's a bit... no, that's alright. Wilkies are pretty good. My band, my duo, Carnival Knowledge, my bandmate purchased a Mexican Telecaster, which is a wonderful thing. It's got a maple neck, just like this. There we are. And the pickups are really harsh. Now I know tele pickups are supposed to be, quote, twangy, and they certainly were. And there's one person who was a bit of a telly fanatic said to me at the time when I first wheeled it out at a gig, he said, it sounds very Telecasterish. And I said, well, yeah, it's a Telecaster, that's what it's supposed to sound like. I don't know where the Mexican guitars get their pickups from. They may wind them down there, they may wind them in America, in the USA, they may import them from funny foreign parts, but they were very Fenderish. They were, you think about, how can I put it? They were sort of what were they a sort of? What were you going to say? Come on, think about it. There we are. Now, I've already done this once, but I've been fiddling around with it. Going to do it again. Like I said, a bit of wire wrapped around some magnets, or just plugs with a magnet stuck on the bottom. I don't know. The Wilkies I got for it were the Alnico for the Telecaster, now Wilkinson Magneto vintage set, whether they were, and having never owned a mid-50s Telecaster, an original, I cannot tell you what they're supposed to sound like, because when other people play a guitar it sounds different. I've got an Epiphone Sheraton, which I absolutely adore, it's a wonderful thing, but other people play it, it sounds totally different when I play it. And that is through the same amp and everything, and I just plug it straight into a little amp. I've got a little Carlsberg GLX30, it's got two 8-inch Celestians in it, and using the back of the blade to do this, by the way. It is, I bought it for £20, for heaven's sake. Where can you get a decent amp for 20 quid? And it really is a decent amp. I've got that now. It's loud. When you've got 400 watt bass combos these days with two 8-inch speakers in, and nobody goes, oh, they're only 8-inch speakers. I think made by somebody called Phil Jones. I know a guy called Phil Jones in Shrewsbury. But it's not him, he doesn't make amplifiers, he's an extremely good restorer of classic vehicles. Anyway, there we go, we're getting there. I think that's got, if there was glue on these, it's got it all out. They're reasonably smooth. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will now do this wide angly back. There we are. Until I finish the fret. There are hundreds of refret videos on YouTube, so I'm not going to spoil your day by doing every single one of these frets on camera. I've done that one. Where are we? This one. Look, I've done one. It looks beautiful. It's a proper fret, properly stuck in there. No gaps, and it's in there solid. So, there we are. Now, I'm going to do the rest of the fretwork. Why should I? No, what the hell? No, I'm not going to waste film. Film's expensive. The neck is ready. I haven't decided what I'm going to do about the nut yet. I can see once the new frets, because the old frets are really badly worn. And the nut might have been cut down to suit. And if the nut is cut down, I'm not going to put a shim under it. I'm going to buy him a new nut, probably a tusk one or something, or even a real bone one. But as I've said in a previous video, I have to make sure that he hasn't got any weird, well, not weird, but sort of, this is just a bit of an off-cut, this is bent onto buggery. Right, so camera off, and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.